Welcome to Shad Life. Well, I got some more parts in. I'm not gonna do a full assembly, but let's stick these handlebars on and see what they look like, because I need handlebars to do the brakes, which are next. And in this video I'm just gonna show you the brakes. I'm not gonna do the full install yet. So as I mentioned, I got Spank spoon bars. They're 31/8 clamp, 60 millimeter rise. And the reason I got these was they're kind of a classic. The Spank spoons were kind of one of the OG, like kind of more heavy duty, more free ride oriented bar back in the day, and this is their third generation, so they have evolved it over time. And so here they are. This is what they look like. Hi, Bjorn. So yeah, I think that red's gonna look pretty cool on there, so let me clip these off. If I can find, oh, that is not a cutter. Huh. Alrighty, well maybe I'll see if the the razor blade will do the trick. Yep, sure will. As long as I don't scratch the bars. Alright. This video is like completely raw. So yeah, there they are, Spank spoon bars. I'll just go ahead and slide them in. They're pretty wide. I don't remember what they're, well, it probably says on here. Oh, it doesn't specify. Oh, 800, yes. So 800, I'll probably cut them down just a tiny bit from there. I do not believe this will slide in there without me having to take, yeah. So I gotta take the front of the stem off to get these to go in there. But I want to try these higher rise bars initially, so this is kind of why I'm going a little cheaper before I buy like more expensive bars and stem. Because I want to figure out what bar rise I want on this bike. I'm thinking I want a higher rise bar because I want it to kind of have that tall front end feel. I feel like more control for jumping and stuff like that. I've gone that route on my Norco Fluid. I run a 50 mil rise bar. I believe it's 50 on that one. And on my DJ bike, I run an 80 mil rise bar. So, and I've even gone a little bit higher rise on my BMX bikes. I used to run an 8-inch rise bar, and I think I'm running like 9.5-inch rise. So this taller bar really does kind of help with that front end control. Now I know this is gonna flip backwards on me. So yeah, it's a good thing. So this is always tricky because you don't want to drop all the bolts on the floor. So I always let the handlebar go upside down because that's the way it's gonna naturally want to flop. I obviously greased these threads at one point because they got a lot of grease on them. Yeah, I found this stem in my parts bin and I thought, well, that's convenient because now I can inexpensively experiment with the handlebars. I've actually had people ask me quite a bit, quite a few people actually, about that Rulesman stem. That was the one I tested last year. It was the 15 millimeter length stem, but of course in order to get 15 millimeters the stem had to be a lot taller. And to answer all of your questions, no, I'm not going to use that stem on this build. yes, I still have the stem. Some guy asked me if I wanted to sell it, and it's a really expensive stem. It's like, it cost me like 300 and something plus shipping to have it shipped here from Europe. So anybody wants it, I'll sell it to you for 150 bucks. Otherwise, I'll just keep it for some other future experiment. How are those looking now, huh? So I don't need to go crazy on cranking these down because obviously I still have to cut the fork and do a lot of other stuff, but I'm just gonna kind of get them on there, see how they look. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if the red matches exactly, but whatever. This stuff never matches. All right, I'm gonna show you the other parts that I got for this bike. So let's start with the cranks. So I ordered race-based turbine cranks. I do not have a bottom bracket yet, or pedals or any of that, or a chain ring even. So I have none of that yet, so can't install this, but those will be going in there, right? So 30 millimeter bottom bracket, so I have to have external bearings, right? And should go in there just fine. So we have that, and oh, the brakes. Oh, by the way, these are 160 millimeter length. So that's yeah, that's gonna be the shortest crank I've ever run, but it makes sense on this bike because this isn't gonna be a bike I'm doing a lot of climbing with. I might have to climb sometimes with it, but if I do, I'm just gonna sit there and take my time. It's mostly gonna be a lift bike, right? So have that. Then I have SRAM rotors. These are 2 millimeter thick, so they're the HS2 rotors. I have adapters for these, so to put on the center lock hubs, right? And pull these out. Magura MT7 Pros, fresh in the box. So these will have that bright neon yellow that you always see on them, so that's going to be standoutish. But yeah, the MT7 Pros, pretty stoked on those. I have had these before. They're really good brakes. And you know, once they're bedded in and dialed, they have really good modulation. They're probably one of the better brakes out there. Are they as powerful as like the SRAM Mavens that I have on my Santa Cruz over there? No. But do you need that much power? No. Those are just so ridiculously powerful. But yeah, that should be it. That's what I got. And so I will be doing some install videos here soon. Brakes will be next. We'll just get those dialed. I have to feed the brake line through the frame, which means I have to cut it and insert a new barb and everything. And I don't know about the front, like I might have to shorten the cable, we'll see. So that may or may not, depending how well I do it, require me to do some brake bleeding too, and that's always a pain in the butt. But I'll get those installed next in my next video with the rotors. And then we gotta wait till I get all these other little parts. Still don't have a chain. You know, there's still quite a few things. Somebody kind of made a comment about winter build. I'm gonna have this done before fall is over. They might be right. I might not. This might not take me all winter. I do think I'm gonna have to figure out the front end, but I need to ride the bike with these bars in order to figure that out. So we will see. But that's how it looks right now. Pretty cool. Kind of liking it. Not sure I'm going to be a huge fan of the red bars, but I figured I'd try it. I mean, they don't cost that much, and I have the stem, so when I order whatever my final handlebar and stem will end up being on this bike, it might just end up being all black. We'll see. They have it. I appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace. Yeah, this video is pretty much raw. No planning on this one.